Hey guys, I'm back again to offend you with another wig and react to some Bridezilla stories. Ooh, haven't done this in a while. I am excited. Let's see what we can find, shall we?
This Bridezilla bridesmaid story is going to shake you to your absolute core. When you hear what I read today, you are going to throw up in your mouth.
Maybe not.
As you all well know by now, I'm getting married in October. And what do brides do? They band together in Facebook groups and help sell each other shit. So there is a New Jersey bride group that I'm part of on Facebook, and everybody gives tips and tricks and vendors and all that stuff on there. And for the most part, it can be pretty positive. There is some toxicity in there. I try to stay away from it. Judgment about how much money you're supposed to spend on this and that and whatever. This story literally rocked my world. So basically, there was a girl who posted on there anonymously, because you can post anonymous. And she said, I was a bridesmaid in my very close friend's wedding. I was recently diagnosed with cancer and I've been undergoing chemo. Sometimes the chemo affects me so bad that I have a hard time getting out of bed. So I respectfully reached out to the bride to step down as a bridesmaid because I didn't want to hinder her big day. That seems like a perfectly normal thing to do.
Yeah.
To me.
That seems
so
very
she tells
reasonable.
the bride, you can keep all of the money for the shower, for the bachelorette party, for the hair and makeup, for my dress. Every penny I've contributed you can keep, because I don't want you to have to worry about money this close to your wedding, but I just don't feel comfortable. I'm just not myself. Again, probably the most courageous and respectful thing I've ever heard of a human being doing.
Yeah, seriously. This is exactly how you should behave in this situation. Well, no, actually, she would be well within her rights to ask for some of that money back, but the fact that she hasn't suggests that she's a very good person and kind and respectful and understanding of the bride's situation. And I've got to assume that the bride's about to go ahead and do something absolutely awful.
So what does the bride say? She doesn't respond, goes on Instagram and crops this girl out of every photo that she's in. Every picture they have together is taken down, and every photo that she's in, she crops her and the girl's sister out. This poor woman goes, did I do the wrong thing by stepping down? You should see the fucking comments, dude. You should see the comments. People are in the comments like, I wish you didn't post this anonymously so we could find out who this is. Like, what kind of disgusting human being tells someone, or doesn't even say anything, but what kind of disgusting human being gets angry with someone for stepping down from their wedding because they have cancer?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around this. And then to go a step further, not respond, and then remove all evidence of this person existing in your life because they made the courageous decision to step down. Do you know how hard it probably was for that person? I have a friend who thought about stepping down just because of her financial obligations and not being able to afford to be in the wedding. And she was brave enough to come to me and say, hey, I don't want to take away from your day, but I don't know if I can contribute X, Y, and Z. And this person has been my best friend since preschool. So what did I say to her? Don't worry about it. I got you.
Which is what a good friend would do.
I can't believe people act like this.
That's insane, guys. Holy crap. Like, why do weddings make some people absolutely insane? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, this girl is clearly better off not being friends with this woman because she is clearly toxic and awful. What kind of psychopath do you have to be to completely ghost and cut out your friend because they can't make your wedding because they have cancer? Especially given that they even offered to continue supporting you financially. They have not done anything that's actually going to cause you significant hardship. Yes, you might be a little bit sad that they can't join in your wedding, but that doesn't make them a bad person. Whew. This one's making me mad, guys. Like, real angry. Oh, tell me, does this one make you angry? It's just so bad. Oh, let's see what TikTok had to say. So Tara the cat said, please tell her that the TikTok community loves her and that we are so sorry she's going through hell. Yes, I agree. We also love you. Don't feel down. This woman is the one in the wrong, and I hope that this doesn't impact your recovery.
Story time about one of my worst brides ever. So the vibes are good. I'm talking to the bridesmaids, everybody like that. We don't really have a crazy time crunch limit because usually we do with bridal suites. So the good vibes are going. All the bridesmaids are having fun, whatever. We're chit-chatting, but I noticed that the bride isn't there at all. I'm thinking, oh, she's probably going and doing stuff, whatever. She's probably super busy and she just wanted everybody else to get their makeup done first. But usually the bride hangs out with the bridal party while everybody's getting together. Like, it's a fun vibe. I'm doing the makeup and then all of a sudden the bride comes and she is violently hungover. And I mean, hey, you go girl, you had fun the other night, last night, whatever it was, but she was miserable and being so mean to everybody. I felt so bad, but I was like, oh my god, she probably doesn't feel good. I totally get it. Been there, done that. So she sits back in the chair to get her hair and makeup done, and she starts asking me questions or whatever, and she goes, oh, you know, you have a boyfriend, this and that. I'm like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. We've been together a long time, whatever. And she goes, you don't want to get married young, right? Because I've been there, done that. I got divorced young, and look at where I am now. I'm divorced, I'm 32, and I'm getting married again, and, like, that's the last thing I wanted to do. I was like, can you repeat what you just said? This is the last thing you want to do? Like, you're saying that you're miserable here right now, basically? Like, you're telling me all these things about marriage that you don't like on your wedding day when you're supposed to be happy and stuff like that. Like, you're giving me advice. I just found that really weird. She was telling me how she just moved here a few years ago. She had just met him, and none of her family was going to be attending the wedding. She said that all her family lives in another country and that she moved here alone, and everybody that's there is part of his family, and yeah. So she keeps proceeding to tell me all of these things that she, like, mistakes that she's made. She's like, it stops your life, this and that, whatever. She's like, getting married is not as great as everybody makes it seem. All these things. And I'm thinking, girl, if you wanted to give me life advice, sure, but this is your wedding day. You're not really supposed to be talking crap about marriage on your wedding day. Like, there's something missing here. She wasn't really the worst bride ever. She was just projecting her experiences onto me on her wedding day, which I just found really odd. But she did pay me to stay and touch up her makeup for photos.
Which is nice.
And she would, like, basically push her husband aside and, like, model like this. I'm like, it made me even question. I was like, does she even like him? Like, I'm confused. So, yeah. I don't really know what's going on with that couple these days, but it was pretty interesting then.
I mean, makeup on point, girl. You look amazing. But yeah, I mean, as sadly, a lot of people do just get married because they feel pressured to, or maybe it's for financial stability, or like somebody in the comments mentioned here, was it potentially an arranged marriage? It's interesting, but really sad to think that somebody is feeling that negative about marriage on their own wedding day. I just kind of feel sorry for her and her husband, because clearly that's not going to be a good, healthy relationship. I don't know.
That's why I've had it far too easy to organise my wedding. Managed to find my wedding dress after the first viewing. Decided with COVID for us to do a garden party with 30 people. And today we walked into a jeweller's randomly and walked out 20 minutes later with rings, which we got a random £50 discount for, which we don't know why. You don't need to be a bridezilla. You can be a bridezilla.
You can be a bridezilla. Oh, yeah. See, I hope if and when I get married that I can be a bridezilla, because I really don't want to become one of these bridezillas that everybody talks about. Guys, tell me about your wedding. Do you think you had any bridezilla moments? Would you like to talk about them? Do you think you were a bridezilla like this girl? If you were, good. Well done. Good for you. But again, share your stories. I love to hear them.
You are okay. Listen, I know right now.
I'm not okay, Alyssa. You had all 10 toenails when you got married.
Boo-boos get better.
Shut up!
Okay, so she's freaking out because she's lost a toenail? And she's getting married, I guess. That's... yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I can understand why it might make her feel a bit upset. Sorry guys, my TikTok keeps crashing for some reason, so we're going to have to stop it there today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your stories, your Bridezilla stories down below, please. I would love to hear them. Bye. What did you think of the post we discussed today? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.